Welcome to the 59th Star Trophy Urnersee at the Star Sailors League stop in Lake Brunnen, Switzerland, a place with a rich history. It is from here Switzerland is believed to have started its journey towards the nation it is today. Though the weather did not look too promising in the morning, the rain prevented the wind to develop and there was no other choice than staying inshore. After several hours of waiting, the fleet finally hit the water and the boats headed out to the racing area. At the one and only race of the day, the Germans' local sailor Rotmund Philipp with crew Holvig Niels started on starboard close to the committee boat and quickly headed to the left side of the racetrack, closer to shore. Swiss sailors Chattagny Jean-Pascal and crew Duconon Patrick were the first to tack and then, after a less than great start, headed to the right side of the racecourse. At first it was difficult to see who had managed to cross ahead, but eventually it was the Germans' familiarity with Urnersee that helped them prevail and saw them round the mark in second place, right behind the Swiss team of Christoph Berger and Renato Marazzi. If the name's familiar, it's because Renato's the brother of the Swiss Olympian Flavio Marazzi. The battles continued on downwind with the Germans closing in on the Swiss and rounding the bottom gate with less than a boat length between the two teams. The Swiss duo of Wittig Jörg and crew Trachelt Christian was in third place, followed by the rest of the fleet. In the second upwind, the majority of the fleet soon tacked and headed for the left, a more favourable side of the race course. Now it was Berger and Marazzi that felt the pressure from Rotermund and Holvig, and so always staying on windward, keeping a close guard on their rivals. But it was the Germans that managed to sail faster at the very end, and so forced the Swiss team to bear away behind them and drop to second place. Although both of them had a safe lead from the rest of the fleet, a gust helped Wittig and Trachel close in on the Swiss team and managed to put their bow deeper. This was certainly a serious threat at this point in the race. With the Germans rounding first and heading to the finish line, all eyes were now turned to the fight for second place, but Berger and Marazzi managed to stay ahead and secured the second place. Wittig and Trachel had to settle for third.
We won last year, so hopefully we're going to be in the top three again. Again, last year we had completely different weather conditions. We had the nice wind, so it is blowing pretty strong, and speed is more of a matter in the stronger conditions, because the sides are pretty clear which is favourite. In this weather conditions, you have to say a little bit more tactic. I wouldn't say that is our strong side, but yeah, we hope that we're going to finish on the top three again. That I think it would be a decent goal.
After a cold and tiring day for the sailors, it still is quite early to predict which teams will feature at the top spots come the end of the weekend. With a total of 8 races still scheduled, many things can still change. Tomorrow's weather forecast is more promising, and so the race committee should be able to cover the lost ground and complete more races. So stay tuned to find out who will be the winner here and share some exciting moments with the sailors of the 59th Star Trophy Urnersee.